Nikki, I think I see Ada up ahead. We found her. We should tell her that Helseti's looking for her.
It's about to fall into eternal sleep, but my research, it's not finished. I haven't gotten to tell its story yet. Everything will fade into silence. There's no time. It's too late.
Are you okay, Miss Ada? What do you mean, it's too late?
Oh, a girl and her furry friend. Please excuse me. I'm quite all right. I've just finished reading this poem and my heart feels a bit heavy. That's all.
A poem?
You haven't read it? That might be for the best. Perhaps the gods wish to spare you from this sorrow.
The folks we passed earlier. Did this poem make them sad too? Farewell and the forest of slumber. Are those quotes from it or something?
The Forest of Slumber is on the edge of Elderwood Forest. It's the behemoth resting grounds. The farewell is about sending off the behemoths. I'm sorry, I can't help but cry when I think about it.
Behemoths? Aren't they dangerous? How could everyone...
Miss Ada, could you show me the poem?
Oh, of course. Things might make more sense once you read it.
The land grows tired, its time draws near. As stars fade and fall, the forest's song we hear. The withering blossoms, entrusted to time, feed our sprouting hopes, come rain or come shine. This poem, it's so sad and hopeful at the same time. It really makes you think, doesn't it?
I agree, Nikki. But it seems like everyone's only focusing on the sad parts and overlooking the hopeful ones.
The separation between the living and the dead is incredibly painful. A small spark of hope feels too fragile to bridge it.
The separation... I suppose you're right. Just thinking about it makes my heart feel heavy. Maybe that's why the once terrifying behemoths seem a bit gentler in our memories.
That's right. It's a pity I didn't have a chance to get to know it properly. That fur, pure as snow. Under the sunlight, it must have been so. That day, I even told Lee that if I ever got the chance, I'd touch it myself and feel that softness firsthand.
Miss Ada...
A behemoth's rest is a long and poetic farewell. If you're curious, you can go see for yourselves in the Forest of Slumber. Oh, right. I'm getting ahead of myself. What brings you here?
Oh, yeah, our mission. Hosetti said that the guild has a super important document that needs your signature. He hasn't been able to reach you, so he asked Nikki and me to find you.
Oh, I was so heartbroken I had forgotten to reply to him. I'll head to the guild and find him.
Let's head to the Forest of Slumber, Nikki. We can hear the forest song, just like the poem says. Where did this glimmer come from? Looks like there's a... Wait a sec. Was that cabin always there? I don't remember seeing it before. The glimmer landed on that book. Hold on. Is that...
A collection of poems?
Melody? Huh. I think that must be who owns the book, but why just leave it here? Huh? It went inside?
The land grows tired, its time draws near. As stars fade and fall, the forest's song we hear. Hold on. Momo, doesn't this sound exactly like the poem Miss Ada gave us?
Nikki! Ah!
This place... Momo? Momo?
I'm okay, Nikki. What happened? How did we end up here all of a sudden? Oh, that glimmer.
Let me go. I have to see the Frostborough behemoth. It's dying. I won't be in danger, I promise. Please, let me go.
Frostbow behemoth? Momo, let's go take a look. This place has gotten so much greener lately. It's full of life now. Usually, it's just covered in piles of withered leaves. Oh, they say that when a behemoth reaches its twilight years, it becomes much less aggressive. So, maybe this is our chance to get a closer look?
Are you nuts? This is the behemoth we're talking about. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's harmless. You still want to make it home in one piece, don't you?
No, Wait, yes, I do. Of course I do.
That's what I thought. Now just stay here and zip it. The only way you're observing that thing is from all the way over here. Got it?
What a lovely sunny day. Let's check out what the shroomlings are doing.
Just let me go, please. I have to see it just one more time. This is my last chance. Hey, calm down, will ya? You can't just rush into the Forest of Slumber. Who knows what's lurking in there along the Frostborough behemoth?
Don't be sad. This is just the natural order of things. It's the circle of life. Maybe it'll find some peace this way.
This is the Forest of Slumber? Sorry to interrupt, but do you know if the Frostbow behemoth lives in the forest up ahead?
It does. The Frostbow behemoth is nearing the end of its life. You'll find it resting in the forest of slumber, right in a sea of flowers. Poor thing's just lying there, waiting out its final moments. In my opinion, I think it's just preparing for its next adventure. Nothing bad, just a long, peaceful slumber ahead, you know? The fading of life. It feels so heavy. Just knowing we can only stand by and watch it slip away. Powerless to do anything. I can't help but...
We should be grieving at a time like this. We ought to show some respect for those who have passed. What's a bard doing here at a time like this? Just singing and playing like nothing's happened? I mean, the lyrics sound like a mourning song for the Frostboro behemoth, but shouldn't that melody feel a bit more somber?
Maybe everyone's mood is rubbing off on me. Now my heart's aching.
Mine too. But that bard seems to be having a pretty different reaction, don't you think? Let's go talk to her. We are like the intertwining streams of the forest, shining, shimmering in the dawnlight light. Teardrops? I think teardrops works better. Like trembling dewdrops in the morning light. It keeps the poem's airy rhythm while adding a touch of gentle sorrow. Teardrops. Teardrops. You're right! It does fit. Thank you, miss. Oh, and your little round companion, too. Are you also here to bid it farewell?
What do you mean by it?
Oh, you must be passing through, I take it. Or stylist, perhaps? Such a shame. The Forest of Slumber isn't exactly the best place to find inspiration. Momo and I came here for the Frostbow Behemoth's slumber, but we've run into some strange things that we don't quite understand.
That's right. We planned to come straight here, but we saw this cabin right near the Forest of Slumber. We found this strange poetry collection inside, and before we knew it, we were here.
Nikki, Momo, a small cabin, a strange poetry collection. Well, whatever the case, since we're all here for the Frostbow Behemoth, that makes us friends. Please, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Melody, a bard who roams this land. I am the forest's most devoted traveler. So you're Melody. We saw your name on the poetry collection back at the cabin. The cabin? Oh, yes! I call it my verse haven. Strange. I don't recall writing any poetry up there. A bard's poems are like fallen leaves in the forest. When inspiration strikes, a few lines are left behind, and when the wind blows, they scatter and drift, each carrying the seed of a new story. But fortunately, even scattered verses are somehow woven together by the unseen threads of fate. They're like us in that way, I suppose.
That's the charm of a bard. They can turn the simplest words into something incredible. Ugh. Why can't I do that, huh?
Well, Momo, that's quite a unique way to compliment someone. It's a shame that the behemoth's time is running so short. You would have loved it. Do you mean that frostbow behemoth that's close to its final slumber? Yes, it loves meeting interesting people. Beings, I should say. If it knew you'd come to send it off too, it would be delighted. Wait, so those people we saw earlier were here to say goodbye to the frostbow behemoth too? That's right. To the world, the behemoth is a mighty and dangerous creature. Only here in this quiet place can someone truly get close to it. It's almost as if it's written into their very nature. When they grow old and weary, they follow the moonlight to the forest of slumber. There they forever rest in a sea of flowers. Some come here to mourn through great works. Others sit in silent prayer. As for me, I only wish to sing it off to sleep. It sounds like you and the frostbow behemoth have a pretty deep connection. How do you feel, knowing it's about to pass on? I know what you mean. The behemoth and I are close friends, and I'm heartbroken to say goodbye. At the same time, though, who says a farewell must be filled with sorrow? For behemoths, the final slumber is a brand new beginning. They continue to watch over the forest in a calmer, more eternal way. I would much rather send my friend off with joyous verse than do nothing but drown in my tears. I see.
But still, that doesn't change the fact that it's leaving, does it? We won't ever see it again, right?
Even so, we'll be okay. Life is a long poem, and every line deserves to be savored. Here, take this. It's a poem I wrote. May it inspire you on your journey ahead.
A behemoth? How did a young behemoth get here? Hey! Out of the way! Didn't they say there was only an old frostbow behemoth in the Forest of Slumber?
Wait a second. It's white. It's a young behemoth. How interesting. Behemoth evolution is highly dependent upon the survival of the fittest. Young behemoths that turn white are typically considered weaker compared to other varieties, leaving them little chance at surviving. This is the largest young behemoth that has turned white I've ever seen. It also appears to have survived longer than other white young behemoths. I need to record this discovery immediately.
Don't come any closer! Help me!
Watch out, Nikki! Don't worry. I'll protect you.
It's okay, Momo. By the looks of it, this seems to be a fairly young, sprout-born behemoth. It's likely much less aggressive than a fully grown one. However, it's clearly agitated. We'll need to find a way to calm it down first. You're right. If it keeps running around like that, it might hurt itself, or put others in harm's way. Let me try. It's no use. It's much too frightened. My poetry can only do so much. Wait, I think I know what's wrong. The poor thing's caked in mud. It must be uncomfortable. That might be what's making it so anxious.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? It's the perfect time to use the animal grooming outfit.
Exactly. Don't worry, Melody. We can handle this. We'll just need your help.
Leave it to me. I can keep it distracted while you do the grooming. How does that sound, Miss Nikki?
Nikki, are you okay?
I'm fine, don't worry. The behemoth looked so scared while I was grooming it, but it never tried to attack me. I don't think it meant me any harm.
This young one is quite a bit smaller than an average sprout-born behemoth. Not only that, but it seems to have a familiar aura around it.
Could it be related to the frostbow behemoth in the forest?
Wait, I think I know what it's trying to say. Could you repeat that? Oh, human. Forest. Fell over. Help? Behemoth language is a little tricky, but I think I got the gist. It's asking us to head to the forest and help save the frostbow behemoth.
Melody, do you really think the frostbow behemoth in the forest is beyond saving?
Miss Nikki, do you know why we call it the frostbow behemoth?
Frostbow. Boughs! Is it because the horns that sprout from its head will eventually grow into the shape of tree boughs?
Wow, good eye, Miss Nikki. Sprouts symbolize new life. Every young behemoth is like a newly sprouted spring shoot, full of vibrant energy. That's why they're called sprout-born behemoths. As they grow older, the sprouts on their head grow strong, stretching into giant branches before withering away and falling off. Their fur becomes snowy white, and their towering horns spread out like branches in the wind. It's when the last flower on their branches withers away that their life comes to an end. For the behemoth, this is the circle of life. For you and me, the same can also be said. We too must meet our end one day.
I see. But... Melody, I still want to follow the young behemoth into the forest. What if there's still hope? Maybe the frostbow behemoth is just sleeping. No one's ever seen it themselves, right? Everyone only knows it from that poem.
All things have cycles, beginnings and ends, like leaves falling to the ground. It's something we can't change by will alone. But you must follow your heart, Miss Nikki. This instinctive love for life of yours, I believe it's the most admirable thing about you.
Thank you, Melody. Then, would you like to come with us? Let's go, little one.
The Forest of Slumber is still the behemoth's domain. Please be careful, Miss Nikki. All right, then. I wish you luck on your journey. Close your eyes. Time to rest. Time to keep the promises that we made.
poems growing out of the bushes? And that glimmer?
If all seems pointless, will you still pursue? If the ending's already set, would you write it all the same? Momo, this is...
Nikki, look! What is that?
Momo, we came back.
It all happened so fast. I didn't even have time to react. Like waking up in the middle of a dream, except we weren't even asleep.
That silhouette we saw, that must have been the Frostbow behemoth, right? It feels like we were teleported back the moment we saw it.
Maybe it didn't want to be seen, so it sent us away? Behemoths don't have that kind of power, right, Nikki?
Was it because of the poems? Or the glimmer?
Oh yeah, it might have been the glimmer. I mean, that's what brought us here in the first place, but why would it send us there, only to bring us back?
Fading summer, silent, lone, a season lost to view. If all seems pointless, will you still pursue?
Then it says, if new branches weep, if joy gives way to pain, if the ending's already set, would you write it all the same?
Pointless. A set ending. Still pursue?
Nikki, I think I get it now.
I think I do too. It's saying that everything is in vain because the ending was written long ago. The more we struggle, the more sorrow we feel. Like tender sprouts that can never be seeds again. Or the hustle and bustle of midsummer coming to an end.
Is it talking about us trying to save the Frostbow behemoth?
Yes. We might even end up making the young behemoth suffer more by trying to help.
But...
But life is so precious. And the young behemoth was so excited to invite us into the forest. Maybe we can help it.
That's right. We can't give up so easily. If we miss our only chance to help the Frostbow behemoth, we'll regret it. The glimmer's back, Nikki. It landed on that drawing paper over there.
Is it because of our response? Let's go take a look. It's a strong, full-grown behemoth. The way it runs through the forest is so graceful. And look over there. It looks like a girl? There's some faint writing on the back of the paper. Looks like a few blurry lines of poetry. Through verdant years we walked as one, where forest shade met glinting sun. Vines of light and shadow spun, and verses of our bond were sung.
Wow, it looks like a snowy mountain up close. Huh, its horns really do look like branches, don't they? And look at those tiny white flowers hanging from them.
Melody said that when the white flowers on a behemoth's horns wither away, its life is coming to an end. If you can see them, that means we still have a chance. Don't worry, we're all here. Just tell us what you need us to do.
It says hello to both of us, and it wants to say thanks. It's asking if we can use these things it found earlier. These healing supplies to help Papa? It must be referring to this frostbound behemoth. Healing supplies. Oh, I think I found them. A big pile of herbs, right? It says Papa's body isn't as warm as it usually is, and it's been sleeping a lot more. Huh? It says when Papa sleeps, he cries out in pain. It's really worried. Papa hasn't spoken to it for days. It thinks Papa might be sick. It says it's seen many humans and trumlings before, and they all had magic jars? When someone felt as bad as Papa, they'd take out something soft that smelled nice to make them get better. So it thought if it could just find similar things, Papa would surely recover. It searched all around and gathered a bunch of them. But it doesn't know how to use them, so it needs to find someone who could help.
It remembered what healing looked like, and it's trying its very best to ease the Frostbow Behemoth's pain in the only way it knows how. Good job, little one. You've done so well.
It says Papa is really important to it. Papa took care of it when it was all alone and helped the little guy survive. It doesn't want to lose Papa. Papa's the best in the whole world. It says it'll give all of its treasures to the person who's willing to help.
You and Papa are just like me and Momo. In human language, we call each other family. Family means that no matter what happens, we can count on each other, and we'll see things through. Keep your treasures, little one. We'll do whatever we can to help you and Papa.
No need to thank us.
Now let's take a look at these healing supplies and see if there's anything we can use.
Herbs, powders. These seem more promising. Nikki, what do you think?
Let's pick... this little pouch is full of herbs. What about this one?
It says anti-insect and itch relief. Probably not useful for the frostbow behemoth. Let's keep looking.
How about this one? It smells really nice. Such a comforting scent.
This says rest powder. It's supposed to restore energy and help you feel refreshed. Sounds like the best option here, but...
Looks like we'll still have to figure something out ourselves. Still, maybe the rest powder can help the Frostbow behemoth sleep more comfortably and ease its pain.
Right. And it might also help calm the young behemoth. Let's take it and try it out on the Frostbow behemoth. The closer we get, the more I see just how weak the Frostbow behemoth really is. Even its voice sounds tired. It says, don't be afraid, and that Papa won't hurt us.
We're not here to hurt you or the young behemoth. We're here to help. This is the medicine the young behemoth found. If you take it, it should ease the pain and help you rest.
Huh? It's... Huh? You don't need it. It's asking us to leave.
Leave? Why?
It says it's no use. It thanks us for our kindness, but it wants us to go before the young behemoth gets back. It'll tell the little one that it's already taken the medicine. It says that this is natural. It's the final stage of its life cycle. Sooner or later, every behemoth gets to this point. It's just worried about the young behemoth. Nikki, should we...
Please, take this medicine and rest, Papa. I know you're worried. This way you can stay with the young behemoth for just a little longer.
It says we're the strongest duo it's ever met, and that it'll always remember our kindness.
Seeing them snuggling together like this, I can't imagine how heartbroken the young behemoth would be if Papa were really gone.
I know. The young behemoth finally found someone like Papa. Now it might have to be all alone again.
Just like the poem says, all our efforts will be in vain.
Nikki. Why do things have to die? If no one ever died, then we could always be together. No sadness, no grief. We could just be happy forever.
But if life never ended, how would we know the depth of our love for one another?
Melody.
The glimmer sent us back to the little cabin again.
If life never ended, how would we know the depth of our love for one another? What did Melody mean by that?
Oh, I get it. Every time we're faced with a difficult question like that, we get sent back to the cabin.
But when we find an answer, the glimmer shows up and sends us to another story.
Yes, but where are all these questions coming from anyway? Who Who's giving them to us? And why didn't Melody get sent back with us? Never mind. We've got to focus on answering the question first. Papa and the young behemoth story isn't over yet.
Death. Love's depth. Does this mean that death's existence strengthens the power of love?
I guess that sounds right, but wait. Love is a miracle all on its own. Why does it need death to measure its worth? Just like Papa and the young behemoth. Their love was so deep, and death had nothing to do with it. They could have been happy forever. Isn't that better?
Forever? Wait, Momo. If life lasted forever, would Papa and the little one's love even exist? Papa protected the young behemoth and saved its life. That's how the two of them became each other's chosen family.
You mean if the little one could never die, Papa wouldn't have needed to save it? They might have never gotten to love one another? And the little one trying everything they could to keep Papa alive. That wouldn't have happened either? I think I understand.
I think I do too. Life is so fragile that saving and protecting someone becomes that much more meaningful. That's why Papa rescued the little one and cared for it with such tenderness. And that's why the little one did everything it could to ease Papa's pain. Death strengthened their love, in a way. An inescapable end to a wonderful story. But that love won't die with Papa. It'll live on forever in the young behemoth's memory.
Wow. That makes so much sense now.
Maybe what we really fear isn't death itself, but that the deep love we have for one another might fade away with it.
The glimmer! It's back! Looks like we found the right answer, Nikki! There it is! On that photo over there!
Let's take a look. It's a slumbering frostbow behemoth. The verse on the page reads,
The ground's veins began to tremble, and mottled horns sank into the fields. New green branches broke through the soil, transforming into verdant shade. We're back! Melody's over there. I wonder why she went into the forest. Let's go ask her, Nikki.
Melody, you came back?
I did. I've come to see friends, new and old. It's been so long since I've seen it sleep so peacefully. Thank you.
We were hoping to find another way, but it...
Papa is a kind behemoth. It knew its life was coming to an end, and it didn't want you to worry or struggle for nothing.
The little one was its only concern. I just don't know how the poor thing will manage from now on.
It'll grow up strong. Love heals wounds and gives courage too, doesn't it? Besides, behemoths are naturally independent creatures. The little one's calmed down quite a bit since you've been away.
the young behemoth really made peace with Papa's passing? I can't help but wonder if we could have done more to help.
I know the behemoth is young, but it has such a strong sense of life for its age. It's just not quite ready to face the truth yet. But this day was always coming, whether we liked it or not. All we can do is be there for the little one.
You seem to know a lot about behemoths. More than most scholars and adventurers even.
You're quite the curious one. But my story with behemoths began with a bit of curiosity too. When I was little, I was fascinated by behemoths. I'd hide away and watch them for hours. My interest in them continued as I got older. I eventually discovered that they sometimes followed the sound of my songs.
Wow! Who knew they had such an artsy side?
I've traveled far and wide these past few years, learning as much as I can about them. I've even named every behemoth I've ever met. And this Frostbow behemoth's name is Hesper.
So Papa is the little one's special nickname for it?
That's right. I still remember when I first met it. Every step it took was full of vibrant energy. It loved roaming around at night, chasing glimmers in the woods and gazing up at the stars. I named it Hesper after the shining starlight. Unfortunately, even the brightest stars will one day burn out.
Melody.
But at least they still cherish this land. Their story isn't over yet. Let's find a place to sit. I'll tell you the rest of the behemoth story through a poem.
You really love writing poetry, huh?
Poetry helps us remember. If one day you feel there's someone, something, or even a fleeting moment worth remembering forever, maybe you'll want to write it into a poem too. Before we have to say goodbye to Hesper, please listen to my poem. Follow me. This is where I often come to write and find inspiration.
Melody, we're ready.
Now then, where shall I begin? A behemoth's journey begins with separation. When they walk alone into the storm, they truly know loneliness. Tell me what it means to be lonely, to be parted. vanishing quickly, like dew in the morning. Loneliness haunts like a shadow. Loneliness takes root in the soul. But this loneliness gives them a deeper understanding of farewells, more romantic than even poetry. Where the journey came to its end, and a lifetime returned to dust, springs an elder wood, watching over the clumsy first steps of the young amidst the bloom. The source of reincarnation comes from a time long ago when the gods still lingered. I listened as the Great One sank into the flowers, and the ground shook in its reply. New shoots grew, touched the air, and started swaying. And the forest, it sang along. It sang the whispers first heard after final parting. Its song rang out across the land, echoes returning back to us, where we hope to meet again.
The glimmer didn't leave us a question this time.
Maybe they think we fully understand now, so they sent us back? You know, with all this going back and forth, I see life and death pretty differently now. Especially after hearing Melody's poem. The way that behemoths turn into trees after death to keep protecting the forest makes Papa's death seem a lot less scary and a lot more hopeful.
The death of a behemoth is much more poetic than a human's. I used to think they'd vanish just like us, that their existence would fade over time. But instead, they take root in the forest, becoming tall trees that protect the land and everything they love. Their love isn't simply memories, stories, or influence. It's much more tangible. It's a legacy filled with hope.
When you put it that way, I'm a little jealous of those behemoths.
Even if we don't turn into trees after death, we have our own ways of passing things on. That's what life is all about. It's precious because it's finite. It's incredibly vibrant and worth protecting for generations to come. When you look at it that way, death doesn't seem so scary anymore. Because our lives, our loves, our thoughts, and even our civilization will live on after we pass away.
I feel like this will be the last time. We'll bring this story to a close on this journey.
It landed on the manuscript. Let's go check it out.